Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you could play a song by Imagine Dragons called Lost Cause. And it ended up cabling this on 3rd fret to kind of match the recording. We'll walk through a couple things in root position just in case you don't have a capo. And it starts out with some really cool keyboard licks and randomly, if you wanted to kind of play some of those notes, you could start out with the open E, 1st fret on the B, open B, and then 2nd on the D, open B, open E, and then 2nd on the G, or 2nd on the D again, open G, open B, 1st fret on the B, open B, open G, and then 2nd fret on the D. It's kind of this cool little lick around an E minor chord actually. So you got kind of this E, C, B, E, B, E, E, G, B, C, B, G, E. Or you could just kind of work that as a chord idea. And we start on an E minor chord, kind of 1st finger on the A second, 2nd finger on the D second. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an E minor chord and it sounds really sad. Then you may also dig on adding in the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, kind of making that an E minor 7, or adding in the pinky on the high E 3rd for an E minor 7, kind of working some cool sounds around that. Or you could even add a bass note to that lick at the intro. So if you wanted to, you could even throw in the open E string, and I'm kind of doing this finger style. You could work it as a hybrid picking idea to kind of pick with a finger. So you could start open E with the open E, and then kind of follow that lick. 1 0 2 0 0 2 0 0 1 0 0 2, and then from there we kind of do a little alteration of the lick. We start open E, 1st fret on the B, open B, open G, and then open B, open E, 2nd on the D, open G, open B, open E, and then 3rd on the B, 1st fret on the B, and then open B. So we got kind of this 0 1 0 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 3 1 0. And that idea actually is kind of happening around a C major chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the B string 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, it sounds a C major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger and making that a C major 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the B 3rd for a C major 9 and kind of say some things around the C chord. Or another way to play C major 9 is to do 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. Kind of work that for your C major 9 if you kind of dig on that. And from there we go into another little variation of our lick actually for the intro. We got open, and randomly if you wanted to on the C lick, you could add in the 3rd finger or the 3rd fret on the A string with the open E to kick it off if you want to kind of imply that C chord. So kind of that 3 and 0, 1 0 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 3 1 0, kind of just adding in that A string bass to kind of get that chord kind of implied with the lick. So I was kind of digging on that as a 2-part. And then from there we go into another variation of that lick. Open E, 1st fret on the B, open B, 2nd on the G string, and then 2nd on the G, 1st fret on the B, open E, 2 on the G, open B, 1st fret on the B, open E, 3rd on the B, 1st fret on the B, open E. So 0 1 0 2 2 1 0 2 0 1 0 3 1 0. And that lick's kind of happening around an A minor chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the G 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord and it sounds really sad. Now around A minors in general, it can be kind of cool to lift the 1st finger and make that an A suspended 2nd. Or you could add in the pinky on the B 3rd for an A suspended chord, kind of say some things around the A minor. Or you may dig on lifting off the 3rd finger and making it an A minor 7. Or adding in the pinky on the high E 3rd for an A minor 7. Or, and then maybe dig on an A7 sus, where you can do 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. Sounds slightly more unresolved, but you may kind of dig on that sound for the A minor. And then from the A minor, and if you, on the lick, if you wanted to, you could throw in the open A string to back up that lick, kind of the open A with the open E to start, and then the 1 0 2 2 1 0 2 0 1 0 3 1 0. continuation of the intro idea, the A minor part of that. And then from there, then we'd be going to another variation of the lick where you could go second on the high E string, open E, 4 on the B string, 4 on the D string, 4 on the D, open B, 4 on the B, 4 on the D, open B, 4 on the B, 2 on the high E, open E, 4 on the B, and then open B. So kind of 2 0 4 4 4 0 4 4 0 4 2 0 4 0, and that idea is actually happening around a B chord or a B major chord or a B7 chord. I'm kind of leaning towards the B7 myself. So you do first finger on the D first fret, second finger on the A second fret, third finger on the G second fret, and pinky on the high E string second fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a B7 chord. It sounds really nasty. Now you may also dig on kind of taking the third finger and kind of going over the G, B, and E strings, kind of making that a B9 would be kind of a cool possibility too. So you may kind of dig on that. It's a little bit jazzier sound. And so on that lick, you may want to add in the second fret on the A string to kind of back up that 2 on the high E string as your bass note. Kind of the 2s together, and then the 0 4 4 4 0 4 4 0 4 2 0 4 0. So if you want to get really crazy complex, cool, you could kind of work that whole lick and intro. Actually, it's kind of just a finger style idea. Kind of that opens together 1 0 2 0 0. 2 0 0 1 0 0 2, and then the 3 and open together 0 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 3 1 0, and then the open A with the open E 1 0 2 2 1 0 2 0 1 0 3 1 0, and then the 2 on the A with the 2 on the high E string for the 2s together 0 4 4 4 0 4 4 0 4 2 0 4 0. Kind of dig on that. Or if you're just starting out, it'd be really, really easy just to work this as a chord idea. And you could even work kind of an 8 down count on each chord. You have kind of E minor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, E minor. So I'm doing an 8 down count and then kind of adding in a little bit of muting with the right hand. So I'm taking the flat of my right hand and kind of laying it down a little bit on the saddle. A minor, A minor, A7. So you can kind of dig on that as kind of just the down idea. Or you could use a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So you take the E minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down. That through our chord progression, we have the E minor, C, A minor, E7, or another strum pattern. Actually, what I was really leaning to through the song. Something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing our beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. So kind of a 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the E minor and do a down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you're doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, we're going down, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 down. So try that Now the weird part is to play along with the recording, instead of starting on an E minor chord, they're starting on a G minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, then now your E minor is really a G minor chord, and your C is really an E flat major, and your A minor is really a C minor chord, and your B7 is really a D7 chord. I'm going to take it from the very beginning. You may want to kind of follow those intro licks, and you could even do that as a single note idea if you're just starting out. Kind of that 0, 1, 0, 2. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could throw in those bass notes, and then you have the opens together. Kind of kick it off, and then the C idea, and the A minor idea, and then the B7 idea. Or you could just kind of back that up with the chords, and we can do that with just kind of the down idea. C, C, or the down, down, up, down, which can be kind of cool too. And you may want to switch between them, actually, can be a very, very cool way to do that too. 7, 7, or if you're digging on the 16th, a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you throw in a bass for the chord. So on the E minor, you'd have low E for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. So you have a bass, down, up, down. On the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. And then on the B7, you'd have the A for the bass. So you kind of dig on it that way too. You kind of just add in some basses. E minor. On the 16th, you could add basses to that and make it a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or a bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. Can all be cool little variations. So E minor. Come back at the very end, and I might even be tempted to bring back those licks. And actually, there are a couple other spots in the tune where you kind of hear that main idea coming back. I just thought that was a really awesome lead in. So if I was playing it out, I'd probably go back to that. that's the basics of how you can strum through Lost Cause by Imagine Dragons. So good luck.